Good afternoon. I am Andrea Chisholm with the Midday News. A special welcome if you're watching on onespotmedia.com. Outrage this afternoon from members of the public following Tuesday's meeting between the police and a motorist who did stunts with a car on a main road in the corporate area. Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucien Jones, is also disturbed by the incident. Details in this report.
Anger and frustration over the handling of the stunt driver case by the Jamaica Constabulary force. The matter originated with a video which was posted on social media of a black Mercedes-Benz doing stunts at the intersection of Dunrobin Avenue and Dukaran Avenue in St. Andrew. The police issued a notice for the driver to turn himself in, and yesterday he met with the cops and apologized to the public. The controversy comes mainly from the fact that the driver was not charged with any offense under the Road Traffic Act. Persons have also been venting on social media that the treatment of the driver is different from that meted out to ordinary motorists who are prosecuted daily for minor traffic infringements. Dr. Jones stated that he would have taken a different approach if he had the power.
I saw the video. I was deeply disturbed by what happened. If it were left up to me as Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, I would show the book at him, the driver, that is, because what he was doing is reckless and dangerous and could have not only harmed himself but other drivers and pedestrians quite easily.
Attorney at law Peter Champagny says the necessary charges should have been laid against the motorist. He says what transpired yesterday lends the question if some people are above the law.
I can readily appreciate the intention of the JCF in terms of it being a teachable moment, but the situation could be achieved by the issue of the traffic ticket, because the manner in which it concluded gives much fodder to those who will say that the matter ended in the way that it did because of class and color. And quite frankly, to whom much is given, much is expected. And if you are someone in society who other persons look up to, then you have to lead by example. And certainly, while it is good that one has been contrite and has expressed remorse, certainly the law must be applied. It must be equity across the board.
Bashir Masters, TVJ News.
In the meantime, head of the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, Assistant Commissioner of Police Gary Welsh, has defended the decision not to prosecute the stunt driver. ACP Welsh said although charges could have been laid, other steps are required to take a strong case to court, including hearing from relevant persons.
One, the person who recorded this video. And there are some elements that we need in that statement having to do with the equipment that was used, having to do with the integrity of the process, the chain by which it came to us. If it came to us other than directly from that individual who recorded it, then we would need a statement from someone, the custodian, at each stage.
He also dismissed accusations of class bias, saying he exercises the same discretion to other motorists from all walks of life. In other news, Member of Parliament for South West St. Elizabeth, Floyd Green, is assuring farmers affected by last week's fire at Flagaman that help is underway. Several acres of crops were destroyed. More in this report.
Last Friday, a massive fire damaged 200 acres of farmland in Flagaman, St. Elizabeth. A total of 47 farmers were affected. On Tuesday, Member of Parliament for South West St. Elizabeth, Floyd Green, visited the area to meet with the farmers. In an interview with TVJ News, Mr. Green said some work has already started.
We've already started some work towards that. The electricity that was gone in the area, the utilities company has come in and that has been restored. Also, Flow has come in and they've restored the internet services. So we've started with that. Now, the main focus is to get the farmers back on their feet. RADA has been here all the days and they have done an assessment in relation to how much has been lost, and now we're going to meet with the farmers to hear directly from them the best way that we can help them to get back in the shortest possible time.
And Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Agriculture and Member of Parliament for North West St. Elizabeth, J.C. Hutchinson, says he will be donating his constituency allocation to assist in rebuilding.
There are some other funds that I understand will be coming from other areas. And since we are doing pretty well over that side as far as water is concerned, I am going to be allocating whatever it is that comes to the constituency of Northwest St. Elizabeth. I'll be allocating it over here so that it can be helping these farmers who have suffered greatly.
So far, the loss to farmers has been estimated at $300 million. Kirk Wright, TVJ News.
The National Water Commission NWC has given an update on its quest to get compensation from China Harbour Engineering Company Czech for pipeline damage during roadworks. NWC President Mark Barnett says there's dialogue on the matter. Months ago, Czech rejected NWC's claim of more than $200 million. The utility company was taking steps to initiate legal action after Czech refused to provide a favorable response. Mr. Barnett was speaking yesterday on Beyond the Headlines.
We still having that discussion. We got a response on check. We have in our internal consultation with our parent ministry. And when those are completed, I'll be happy to give you another update. Once you have two parties, one will always say, no, we're not going a particular way, and one will say, yes, we're going a particular way. That's how we meet in the middle.
Czech has denied liability, stating that all utility relocation works are the responsibility of state agencies. And it's time for a break, but we'll have more stories right after this. Welcome back, and we're continuing the news. The Greater Portmore Police are probing the execution-style killing of a woman in Grepper Park last night. She has been identified as 38-year-old Giovanni Ham. Reports are that about 10 p.m., residents heard loud explosions and called the police. Ms. Ham's body was found with multiple gunshot wounds along a walkway. Nearly a dozen spent shells were found on the scene, and no motive has been established for the killing. With the hurricane season in full swing and sections of Port Maria prone to flooding, a major drain cleaning exercise is underway. On Monday, the authorities were cleaning debris from a blocked culvert which leads to the sea. The task was difficult as one man had to actually enter the culvert to get the job done. Councillor for the Port Maria Division, Jermaine Smiley, spoke with our news team.
As you can see, we are clearing this decade-old drain. It is one of the main drains that lead the water out of the town of Port Maria. Today, as you noticed from about Thursday of last week, the town has been blocked up. This drain has been blocked up, and the water has been building up in the town. So as a result of that, we are here cleaning this drain to see if we can get the water out of the town, and of course clearing areas of the tunnel of the drain so we can better maintain the drain and control how the drain flow in the future years to come. There is an area of the tunnel that is a little too long, nearly about 50 to 60 feet long. That area that makes it difficult to get under there to clean the sand out. So as a result of that, we need to cut that 50 feet in half to have better access to get into the tunnel to clean it out.
And time now for a preview of what's coming up in this evening's health report.
In the next edition of the health report, we look at cesarean sections, also known as C-sections.
The World Health Organization actually recommends that we should be at about 20% in terms of C-section to vaginal deliveries. But some of our hospitals are somewhere between 30 to 40%, which is quite high. So yes, worldwide we're seeing that C-sections have become more prominent, and definitely locally.
That's the health report this evening in Primetime News. And now for today's healthy living tip. After a C-section, get plenty of rest, take regular walks, watch for signs of infection, and get support for breastfeeding.
And in sports, 12 teams have registered for the 2019-2020 season of the Jamaica Football Federation Women's Premier League, which kicks off on Saturday. Once again, the JFF has failed to secure a title sponsor, but will continue with support from LaSalle's Employees Credit Union and FIFA funds. As we hear from TVJ's Karen Madden, Arnett Gardens is among the teams expected to put up a strong showing.
3 new teams will lace up this season, with UWI making a return to the 12-team tournament, which will run until November with breaks for international competition. After sporting several promising players last season, Arnett Gardens was expected to challenge for the title, but faltered at the semi-final stage. This season, the club has sought the services of former Reggae Girls assistant coach Tamara Williams.
It feels great to be coaching at the top level again. I must commend Arnett for giving me the call, and I really appreciate it.
Coach Williams believes she has a squad with a good blend of youth and experience.
Actually, training has been going pretty well. We've been doing a lot of fitness work and intense fitness work, and a lot positional ball, learning how to play in the system. So the girls are very, very dedicated to what they want to do this year and the plan.
Among the players Williams will look to are the experienced Cadian Country Edwards, who will wear the captain's armband this season, and their top striker from last season, Chanel Littlebill Spence.
Well, we just need to stay focused and always listen to the instruction that's coming from the bench. Well, so far so good. They turn out daily for training and they're putting in the work. So in the end, I hope all the hard work will pay off.
Training going fine. Can't complain. It's all right, the coach, the staff, everything great.
First-timers Northern Queens and Royal Lakes will join Fraser's Whip as 3 St. Catherine teams. Real Mona will also make their debut in the league, which will see the return of UWI. The other teams are defending champions Waterhouse, beaten finalists Cavalier, Rangers of St. Mary, Real Mabay, Trelawney and Olympic Gardens, but perennial winners Barbican as well as Los Perfectos are once again no-shows. Karen Madden, TVJ Sports. Karen Madden.
Thank you, Karen. And that's the Midday News. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Join us at 7 for the Primetime News Package. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, have a wonderful afternoon.